Let's talk about success. But, not just any success. We're talking about a level of success that's so massive, so undeniable that some people might even call it disgusting. And this isn't just about getting rich. It's about winning a victory that really counts, especially when the world kind of expects you to play small. So what does it actually take to get there, to achieve that kind of success? Well, this is a blueprint that goes way beyond the usual career advice. It's about a fundamental shift in how you operate, from the inside out. And let's be totally clear about the world we're operating in. This is not some friendly game. It's a high-stakes battlefield, and on that field, you have to be stronger and smarter than everyone else trying to win. This is all about outmaneuvering the competition. So where does this fight even begin? Not in a meeting, not on a conference call. It starts in your mind. The very first part of this blueprint is all about mastering your inner game. Why? Because every single victory out there in the real world is built on a foundation of absolute steel on the inside. This brings us to the most important rule of all. Rule number 1, never make yourself small for anyone, ever. Society has a funny way of teaching women to be accommodating, to give up space, to soften their edges. But this blueprint is crystal clear. That is a one-way ticket to mediocrity. Now, to be clear, this doesn't mean you should be arrogant or rude, not at all. There is a world of difference between being polite and making yourself small. You can be respectful while still speaking up, while taking up the space you've earned, and while walking into a room with the quiet confidence that says, yeah, I belong here. For years, we've been told that being emotional in business is a weakness. Well, this blueprint flips that idea completely on its head. It says your emotional intelligence isn't a liability, it's your secret weapon. It's the skill that lets you read a room, understand what really drives people, and build connections that are actually real. Think of it this way. Your emotions are just data. That gut feeling, it's not random. It's information. The key is to use that data as input, but not let it be the one calling the shots. You feel the emotion, you analyze what it's telling you, and then you make the final logical decision. Okay, so once that inner mindset is locked in, it's time to move to the outer game. This is where we take all of that internal strength and turn it into real, tangible strategy and action. Let's talk about a word that makes a lot of us cringe: networking. The reason most of us hate it is because we're doing it all wrong. This isn't about collecting a pile of business cards. It's about building genuine, deep relationships where you actually help each other out. This number right here says it all. It is all about quality over quantity. Having 10 people who are genuinely in your corner, people you could actually call for advice, is infinitely more valuable than having 100 contacts you barely know. Focus on finding your 10. All right, this next part might make you uncomfortable, and that's exactly why it's so important. Let's talk about financial power. First, you have to get comfortable talking about money. It's not ugly, it's not greedy, it is the language of business. Second, you have to negotiate every single time, even when your voice is shaking. And third, you have to invest. Real freedom comes when your money starts working for you, not the other way around. So you have the mindset, you have the strategy, but remember, this is a battlefield. You're gonna take some hits. So the next layer here is about building your own personal fortress. It's about developing the resilience to get back up and, just as importantly, surrounding yourself with the right environment. Here's a powerful idea. Failure isn't just something you get through. It's something you weaponize. Every rejection, every single setback holds a lesson. The goal is not to avoid failure. That's impossible. The goal is to get so good at learning from it that you become smarter and stronger for the next fight. And this is the magic question that makes it all happen. After you fail, the natural instinct is to feel like a victim. But if you can force yourself to ask, what is this teaching me? Everything changes. You instantly shift from being passive to being active. You turn pain into a lesson plan. Because in the end, it really is a simple choice. In those tough moments, you're at a crossroads. You either let it break you and you surrender, or you use it to grow. And according to this blueprint, the most successful people, they make the same choice every time. They grow. Now, for what might be the hardest piece of advice, your inner circle. You simply cannot grow if you're surrounded by people who, consciously or not, want to keep you small. This means making some really tough, sometimes painful decisions about who gets your time and energy. You have to actively purge your space of anyone threatened by your ambition and fill it with people who cheer you on. Okay, so we've covered your mindset, your strategy, and your resilience. But what is all of this for? The final piece of the puzzle takes this whole conversation to another level. It's not about your career anymore. It's about your legacy. This is the ultimate goal. Real, true, disgusting success isn't just about what you achieve for yourself. It's about building something that's bigger than you are. A business, a movement, an idea that keeps making an impact on the world long after you're gone. And that leads to a pretty profound question you have to ask yourself. Forget about this quarter's targets for a minute. When you leave this world, what do you want to remain? What is the mark you want to have left behind? And whatever your answer to that question is, there's only one thing to do. Start building it. Today. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, because you never will. The time to start laying the foundation for your legacy is right now. So we've walked through the whole blueprint, the inner game, the outer strategy, your personal fortress, and your vision for a legacy. It all comes down to this one final powerful call to action. And this is the truth at the absolute heart of all of this. The reason this kind of success is disgusting to some people is because it shakes things up. It's a level of power that a lot of the world is just not prepared to see. The world is going to try to put you in a box. A nice, small, convenient box. Your job isn't to make that box comfortable. Your job is to shatter it into a million pieces. So that's the blueprint. It isn't going to be easy. It's going to take courage and discipline and a whole lot of fight. But the message is simple. Go build it. Go build that disgusting success. Not to prove anyone wrong, but because you absolutely deserve it.